Arctic coast of Yakutia lies silent beneath -71 degrees, where sea and land merge into one endless expanse of white. The morning sun, faint and golden, drifts through the fog like a dying ember, touching the shapes of ice that have stood unmoved for centuries. Beneath the stillness, the breath of life rises, slow, heavy, and cold. From the horizon, shadows emerge. Giant walrus, colossal and ancient, their tusks glistening like frozen ivory. They breathe clouds into the gray air, unaware of the figure watching from the edge of the ice. The man of Yakutia stands alone, a silhouette bound to the earth, not as a conqueror, but as part of the landscape itself. His spear is steady, but his gaze holds something older than the hunt: reverence. In this place, survival is not conquest, it is harmony beneath the cold, eternal sky. The sea has fallen quiet, as though the entire Arctic holds its breath. Beneath the thin skin of ice, life stirs, slow, ancient, and powerful. The giant walrus glide between the cracks, their shapes shifting like shadows beneath frozen glass. Every sound, every movement is swallowed by the cold, until even the wind dares not whisper. Across the coast, the man of Yakutia moves without a trace. His presence is not to conquer, but to listen, to feel the rhythm of the ice and the deep pulse of the sea beneath it. Each step is deliberate, every breath turns to frost, every pause a conversation with silence. Through fog and drifting snow, the hunter and the walrus meet face to face. Between them, only air and stillness. No rage, no fear, only the weight of existence under the same sky. The cold unites them in an understanding older than memory. In Yakutia, survival is not a battle, but a quiet agreement between life and the land. Beneath the frozen skin of Yakutia's Arctic coast, the silence finally breaks. The world that once stood still now trembles as life moves under the ice. The giant walrus collide in slow, heavy motion, not out of rage, but instinct older than the frost itself. Their tusks gleam like frozen ivory, carving arcs of light through the dim water, while the sea groans under the weight of their power. Above, the air thickens with mist and falling snow. The ground shivers with each surge beneath, echoing through the boots of the man of Yakutia, standing at the edge of the ice. He does not intervene. He only listens to the pulse of the earth, to the sound of survival echoing through layers of water and time. When the storm quiets, the sea grows still again. Cracks seal, steam fades, and the last light of day paints the coast in gold and gray. What remains is not victory or loss, but the rhythm of Yakutia itself, where even the clash of giants becomes part of the endless calm that follows. The storm fades, leaving only the whisper of wind over the Arctic coast. On the ice, the man of Yakutia begins the quiet ritual of survival, carving a hole through the frozen sea, where the warmth of water meets the breath of winter. Steam rises like smoke from a hidden world below, glowing faintly under golden light. Beneath the ice, life moves freely. Small fish drift through shafts of sunlight, unaware of the frozen stillness above. Each flick of their fins becomes a reminder that even here, beneath a land locked in -71 degrees Fahrenheit cold, life persists. The man waits, not for conquest, but for connection. His hands move with patience carved by generations before him. Around him, the frost swirls like a living spirit, and far beyond the mist, the distant breath of a giant walrus echoes through the silence. When the line pulls, it is not victory, it is harmony. Above and below the ice, everything breathes as one. Man, sea, and the endless cold of Yakutia.
At Yakutia in Siberia.
As the Arctic night falls, warmth returns, not from the sun, but from the fires of human hands. On the frozen coast of Yakutia, the man of Yakutia shares his humble catch with those who live along the edge of the sea. Small flames flicker across the white plain, their glow reflecting on faces weathered by generations of winter. Beyond the light, the giant walrus rest quietly beside the ice. Their breath rises into the same golden mist that carries the smoke from the camp. Between the rhythm of the waves and the crackle of fire, everything moves in unspoken balance. There is no conquest here, no division between man and beast, only coexistence. In the coldest land on Earth, survival is shared, and even the silence carries warmth.
getting colder.
We must keep moving towards the cabins.
The night breathes again, slow, deep, and eternal. Along the frozen coast of Yakutia, silence and sound merge into one rhythm. The giant walrus rest beneath the aurora's soft glow, their breath drifting like smoke over the sea. The man of Yakutia watches in stillness, his lantern light trembling in the wind, as if it too carries a heartbeat. Beneath the ice, the ocean moves, quiet but alive, a reminder that even in negative 71 degrees Celsius cold, life never stops pulsing. The lights above shimmer like veins of the earth itself, each wave of color echoing the steady rhythm of the Arctic's heart. In this frozen silence, there is no beginning and no end, only the breath of Yakutia, timeless and unbroken.
Yakutia in Siberia, the coldest land on Earth. The morning of